enlightened. That's what we're about. We have two purposes. The first purpose is to promote local artists. Now we went a bit beyond for this exhibition because the 4 artists are actually from Trieste, but we'll get into that in a minute. And the second purpose is to promote Irish culture. So what we do is we invite local artists, and they're not all Irish. In fact, I think most of them have been from abroad, but they've been living in Ireland for some time, specifically Dublin, most of them. And we offer up what little wall space we have here in Temple Bar, and the back arse of Temple Bar, some people would say, to allow artists to exhibit for free. Now, for free, I mean we do not charge a cash commission. Most galleries charge, the average rate is 50%, which mightn't be a lot for a very famous artist who's selling paintings for 20, 30, 40,000. But for smaller, and especially just artists having their first exhibition, which we get a lot of here, if they want to sell a painting for 300 or 400 euros, to take 200 euros off them is nasty. So Barney and Aga set up the project 6 years ago, and the idea is that the artists can come in here, have an exhibition. We ask them to design an icon in their style, and we print that icon onto cards, coasters, mugs, and all the profits from that go back into paying the bills for the project. So the artist isn't out of pocket financially, they just have to give up some time, energy and talent for us, and in return they get a nice little space to exhibit. And then obviously the second purpose of the Icon Factory and the Icon Walk, for those of you who've seen all the art outside, is to promote Irish culture. In 2008 our economy collapsed, and Barney, our benefactor, was very pissed off reading negative articles in newspapers about the black sheep of, we had become the black sheep of Europe again. We owed everyone money, and our bankers were corrupt, our builders were corrupt, our politicians were corrupt. And you know, forget about that, we're a fantastic nation, and Barney and Aga helped set up this Icon Walk to remind people why the Irish are so great, and that's our literature and our sports heroes and our movie stars. And our artists and so on, all our cultural icons. So they're the two purposes of the Icon project. And for this is the Dublin Trieste Dublin exhibition. And this is Fulvio, all the way from Trieste, and he helped organise with Aga. This is Erica, who took these fantastic photographs. This is Melissa, who's helping everyone out, and she made this fantastic pasta. For those of you who don't know, but I'm gathering at this stage you do, James Joyce actually spent most of his life outside of Ireland. There's a very famous quote from the Dubliners along the lines of, there was no doubt about it, if you wanted to succeed you had to leave Dublin, which he did. Unfortunately, well, I don't think it's specifically Irish from meeting lots of foreign people, especially over the last 10 years. But the Irish definitely have a tall poppy syndrome. And the big example of that is Bono. I fucking hate Bono. Bono's this, Bono's that. I'm Irish and I like Bono. I think he's done loads for the country and for charity, and I know he's done some other things as well, and he's really artistic. But the Irish people, apparently, as a general cliche, we like to knock down our fellow artists. So anyway, Joyce fecked off to Trieste between 1904 and 1920. He used to be an Austro-Hungarian state when he first went, part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. After World War I, it was given back to Italy. But they probably just think of themselves as Triestian. Is that correct? Yeah. Feck Italy, feck Austria. That's their Trieste. So these artworks, and some of them specifically, if not all, relate to Joyce's time spent in Trieste, especially the paintings, the illustrations, the photographs, and then there's fantastic original paper cut here, hanging from the ceiling, which some people might have missed. So the four artists is Erica, who's the photographer. She made it all the way over. We love your photographs.
Woo!
Annalisa did this fantastic paper cut. It's based on a James Joyce story, The Devil and the Cat. Jan did the three great illustrations here of Joyce, and my favourite being with the swans or the seagulls. And then Ugo did the XXX Trieste watercolour paintings, which I really like. But overall, I have to say the standard of the artwork is fantastic. And in return, 4 or 5 of us artists are sending artworks or prints over to Trieste, and Fulvio will be looking after that. So there'll be like a mirror exhibition in Trieste. When's that going to be?
What?
It
will start tomorrow. Today they are.
Okay, well there you go. Tomorrow some of our artworks will be over there. So that's about all I have to say on the project, the exhibition. If you want to say a few words, or Erica will go in.
Thank you very much to all, and to Aga, mainly to the Icon Factory. I arrived in Dublin 1.5 years ago, and I discovered that there was no link between Trieste and Dublin. The strange thing is that I met Senator David Norris. I didn't know who he was. And I discovered that we had some friends in common. So there were the links, but nothing happened between Dublin and Trieste. And I began to think of some exchanges. This is the first. It took few months, 6 months to build this, and there are few months. We needed more time. But I think it is the first step for something more. I'm working on a project that is Cities of Joyce, that will join all the cities of Joyce, that are Zurich, Paris, Dublin, and Trieste. So just immediately next month, when this will last, we will begin to work. And who wants to work is welcome in something bigger, something to Joyce, because I think that James Joyce really is an European man. He lived everywhere, and he was not a nationalist. He liked all the places, and he dislikes all the places, like Europeans do. So, thank you very much, and enjoy.
Your turn.
Well, thanks very much, and enjoy the exhibition, spread the word. It's on for a month, maybe even longer. And if you have any money, talk to Fulvio or Erica if you want to buy anything. Cheers.
Cheers.